Namaste viewers, welcome to Gnana channel. Today we'll try to understand the meaning of Dasha Pranas. This in respect of Carnatic music. It is not something this thing. It's not with the Ayurveda or anything. It is in respect of Carnatic music. What are those? What are these Dasha Pranas? But before we go to the details, I request you to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Now, Dasha Pranas, it's a very crucial for understanding, and it is very much necessary to know so that you should understand the structure and execution of Tāla, that is rhythmic cycles. Tāla is rhythmic cycle. These 10 vital aspects define how the rhythm, how the Tāla is measured, how the Tāla is maintained and performed in classical compositions or in like kirtanas and things like that. Now, these 10 aspects of Tāla that govern the rhythmic aspects of the composition, they are as follows now, One is called as Kāla. Kāla means time, meaning time. The basic concept of time, which is the foundation of the Tāla. It defines the tempo in which it runs, or the speed in which it is to be maintained. Then you have the Marga. Marga means path. Pathway or method by which the Tāla is executed. It includes the flow and rhythmic style. Method by which the Tāla is executed. It includes flow and rhythmic style. Now you have this Kriya action. Kriya is something, how do you measure it or how do you show it? So the hand gestures, the beats used to represent the Tāla. It is divided into two types, Sashabda Kriya, that is audible actions, and Nishabda Kriya, silent actions. Now, in Western musical this thing, we would have seen, there would be one person who would be doing all these kinds of, with a stick, who would be showing. This is the Kriya aspect in the Western music. You can call this as a Kriya aspect, yes. Everybody, they know how it is, they understand it and then they play the music. Now you have this Anga. Anga means limbs, parts. The main divisions or segments of Tāla, such as Laghu, Druta, Anudruta, all those terms, they are called as limbs. Now you have this Graha also. Graha is commencement. The starting point of a composition within the Tāla. It is sometimes known as Edupu also in Carnatic terms. Edupu, where it is. Sometimes it starts, when the Tāla starts, it also begins along with the Tāla. Sometimes after the Tāla or before the Tāla, after one or two beats, all those kinds of things. This is Graha. Now Jati. Jati means it is some kind of a classification. Jati or Jati. You can call it as Jati. The numerical grouping of beats. The time groups, like Tishra, Chaturashra, Khanda, Mishra, Sankirna, all those kinds of things. Tishra means 3, Chaturashra 4, Khanda means 5, like this, Mishra 7, Sankirna 9, all these kinds of things. These are called as Jati. Now you have this, again, Kalai. Kalai or Kāla, it's also called as Kāla, that is subdivisions. The divisions of each beat into smaller units, enhancing rhythmic complexity. Say one beat, it might contain 3 or 4 or 5, or, these are called as the divisions of each beat into a smaller units, enhancing the rhythmic complexity, it increases the complexity. Now we have one more term known as Laya. Laya is the tempo. the speed at which the Tāla is performed or Tāla is measured or Tāla runs. It could be Vilambita. Vilambita means very slow. Madhyama, medium pace. And then Dhruta, very fast pace also. All these kinds of things. Laya is the tempo. Now Yati. Yati is another term which means rhythmic pattern. So the rhythmic design or symmetry in musical compositions. Like Shrotavaha, that means Shrotavaha. Shrotavaha means increasing. Gopucha. Gopucha means decreasing type. Gopucha in a decreasing type. And Samavritta, uniform. This is Yati. This is called as. Then you have the last division called as Prastara. Prastara is expansion. Prastara, expanding. The method of expanding the Tāla pattern to explore rhythmic variations and creativity. This is called as Prastara. Now, the Angas, basic units, in this, the 10 Angas, or what we call this Dasha Pranas. There are 3 basic Angas called as Laghu, Dhruta and Anudhruta. Laghu is variable count based on Jati, about 3, 4, 5, 7, 9 beats like that. Then Dhruta is always 2 beats, Dhruta, and Anudhruta is always 1 beat. Anudhruta 1 beat, Dhruta 2 beats, Laghu it might vary. So some example of Tāla structure would be like Adi Tāla, where 1 Laghu of 4 beats and 2 plus 2 Dhrutas of 4 beats. That would account to a total of 8 beats. This is how the Tāla structure is made. Now, why is it important? The Dasha Pranas provide a framework for musicians to maintain the rhythm with the precision and creativity. This is what is the purpose of it. They ensure synchrony between the different players in the music, like vocalist, instrumentalist, mridangam, percussion. Normally these, but you might have different. Sometimes the instrumentalist could be 2, 3 also. Very rare. Anyway, and mridangam, definitely you will have a combination of mridangam, combination of ghatam, combination of kanjira, combination of morching. All those kinds of things could be there. But normally in the instrumental part, only the violin is used. Normally music with violin there. Very rarely music with veena and music with the flute and other things are there. Now in advanced concerts, exploring the Dasha Pranas through what we call as Manodharma Sangeetam, improvised music, is highly appreciated. Yes, with this explanation on Dasha Pranas, we conclude this episode. I hope this was quite informative, and then I request you to please go through the video in detail and then post your comments in the comment box. Thank you, viewers, for your valuable time in listening to this. Thank you.